Hey guys, we're going to do a little bit of math today. I've got a Ride-On Optic RTS Mod 5, 6 to 24 by 50. Okay. Inside the reticle is MOA, or inside the optic is an MOA reticle. You can do this math with MRAD or with mil-dot or with MOA, whatever you have in your optic. Okay. But the question was basically, how do you find out the length of something when you're X number of yards away? Well, it's actually not that hard to figure out. This question came from a friend of mine, where the Colorado law for most of the state is a 4-point rule for elk. Right? So what that says in there is basically you have to have 4 points on one side, or the brow tine has to be 5 inches or bigger. So you can have 3 on one side, right? But the brow tine is 5 inches, it's a legal bull. Okay? So how do you find that out? Okay? Well, you can do that through your reticle. If you have, you know, MOA or mil-dot or MRAD or whatever you have, you have to figure out what those things are at 100 yards, and conversely 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, etc. So I'm set up here. It's kind of it's my redneck way of doing things. So I hope you guys enjoy it. We'll get into it. All right, so I've got 2 pieces of paper. We're going to do 2 range estimations. Okay, there's my scope. Okay, and you can see what kind of scope it is. It's a very nice scope. I haven't had any problems out of it. Shot probably 100 plus rounds through it so far out of my 30-06 hollow there. So 5 inches, that's what we want to know. We want to know if the brow tine is 5 inches. Okay. So let's go ahead and do some math real quick. I'm not insulting anybody's intelligence, but 1 MOA, or minute of ankle, is equal to 1 inch at 100 yards. Okay? Conversely, pencil's not working. 1 MOA is equal to 5 inches at 500 yards, so on and so forth. Let me fix my pencil. So this is actually relatively easy for 500 yards, right? Remember, 1 MOA is 5 inches at 5. Okay, we want 5 inches. That's what we want. So in the Ride-On reticle here, they tell you, hey, this is 4 MOA, meaning that this is 2 MOA, meaning that half of this is 1 MOA. Same thing for up here. Okay, so at 500 yards, if that brow tine touches this line, okay, touches the middle or the top of that line, and the base of the skull, you're measuring from the base of the skull to the top of the brow tine. Okay, and obviously you can't measure curvature. That would actually make it a little bit longer. But if you put this reticle right here at the base of the skull, I mean right at the base of the skull, and it touches the middle of this line, that's 1 MOA. That brow tine is 5 inches or bigger. Okay, it's going to give you a better idea of whether that bull is legal or not. Okay, it does get kind of difficult. You have to be very, very studious about it. You need to make sure that you touch the bottom of this line with the base of the skull and the top right here with the top of the brow tine. You could do it the other way. You could put the base skull here and then go to the top here. Okay, same thing. 1 MOA is 1 MOA. All right, that's 500 yards. But let's say we have a a bull sitting at 366 yards. How do we find out if the brow tine is 5 inches? All right, so you take your range and you put it in hundreds. So you put your decimal place right there, okay? And then you take your known, which is 5 inches. You take your known and you put it into your calculator. So you're gonna put 5, and then you're gonna divide by the range in hundreds, 3.66 equals. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and go to the calculator here. Put our known in. 5 divided by 3.66 equals 1.366. Okay, we can go ahead and say 1.35 or 1.37. 1.37 MOA. 1.37 MOA. Now, I could use this and estimate 3.7 right there. Okay, 1.37. That would be a 5-inch brow tine. Or I could use these up here, which are 0.5 MOA increments. So there's 0.5, there's 1. Now 3.6 would be somewhere in between these two right here. And if that brow tine is in there, it's safe to say that brow tine is 5 inches. Okay? As long as you're studious about it. Okay? You can't just, you got to do it again, do it again, do it again. Do it 3 or 4 times before you actually make a judgment. Okay. So we're going to do another one. We're going to do, let's say, 618 yards. So we take our decimal place over. Okay. And we're going to 5 divided by equals. Go back to here. What is 5 divided by what? 6.18. 6.18. 0.809. So we're going to say 0.81. So 0.81. Now, if you notice, if it's further away from 500. If it's further away from 500, your MOA, you're going to be looking further, obviously, so then it's going to be smaller. If it's closer than 500, it's going to be bigger. Okay, that's a check. Make sure you didn't put it in backwards or wrong or anything like that, which can happen. All right, so 0.81. Now, how do we find 0.81? Well, you gotta use your eyeballs there, and you have to estimate 0.81. So if I use this one here, okay, from there to there is 1 MOA. If I just break that down, okay, and then I break it down to in fourths, and then right above the fourth line, right above the 3/4 line, your imaginary line, okay, would be about 0.8. So that's what you got to make yourself see. You have to see that for your estimation. That's going to give you a better estimation to know if that bull is legal than just guessing. Hope you like this video. Dio Presso Libra.